and then I was signed by DreamWorks, which at the time was a huge deal when they started that company, the record company, and was flown out here and then made my first record, and it all it made sense.
Who was it at DreamWorks?
It was at Lenny Waronker.
Oh yeah.
He had actually signed my mother in the 70s.
Wow.
To Warner Brothers. So
yeah, for those watching, Lenny Waronker was like one of those people, kind of he never chased the limelight like Clive Davis.
Yeah,
but he was a Clive Davis-esque.
Yeah, he was.
Except he was a way more hands-on producer.
Oh yeah, no, he loved to be musician. In the studio.
Yeah,
and he. It was really him and Mo Ostin.
Right.
Mo Ostin and him were the ones who signed me. In fact, when I flew out for the first time, they had no headquarters yet, and I guess David Geffen had lent them the attic of Geffen Records, and there was this tiny little attic when it used to be on Sunset, and there was just like two offices, and there was Mo Ostin and Lenny Waronker and me, and with the three of us would hang out for ages just because there was nobody else. So
in the company. Embryonic days of DreamWorks.
Yeah, the very beginning. I was the first artist signed on the label. To be completely correct, I was actually the second artist, but the first artist was George Michael because he was saved from Sony because of all that had happened.
Right.
So they actually signed two gay male artists right off the bat, which was interesting.
Speaking of that, from my recollection and what I know, or what I think I know, I think you were really the first openly gay male artist who wasn't outed or...
There was one before me who was this guy called Jabriath, who was signed to, I think he was signed to like Capitol Records or something, a huge thing in the 70s. And it was around the time of David Bowie. And he came out and he was signed but it was kind of, they tried to capitalize it on as like a glam rock, like they turned him into sort of a alien or something. And his homosexuality was sort of part of this, weird glam rock thing. And he made a couple of amazing albums, but then it didn't work out, and then they dropped him, and I think he died kind of a tragic death, and so forth. But he was technically the first, but they tried to use it as a gimmick. But I was the first one to actually just be like, no, this is who I am.
You just happened to be.
Yeah, I happened to be.
It had nothing. It wasn't like a talking point or a promotion point.
We tried a little bit, but oddly enough, gay audiences didn't really latch onto me as much as young girls.
Yeah.
Well, and the girls knew that I was gay, and they kind of liked that.
Right. But the same way that some guys who were not maybe openly gay, but were, we like the inside word was that they were gay.
Yeah.
You were a handsome motherfucker. Still are, but like when you first hit the scene, it was like you looked like a male model. So I love that. That was just sort of like you were being idly looking, and sexually honest, without hitting anything over the head.
Yeah. And I was told a couple of times to maybe tone it down or to be, maybe you could say you're bisexual or something. And I just was like, I'm just here to make music.
Right.
That's all I care about, really. Yeah. And so I didn't really have the bandwidth to, kind of create some sort of, I don't know, context or whatever. And so I just focused on the music. So.